with the club. Yeah, I mean, when I, just mad love to you and mad love to all the DJs out there. I mean, we all in the hustling the same grind, especially with this COVID, got us pretty much like in the lab, like 24/7, so yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's, like I said, I mean, a lot of cats, I'm sure, are resorting to live streaming and everything, so really appreciate that, you stepping up and making it possible for DJs to make money and pretty much get their craft out to the world. So yeah.
Awesome, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate all y'all because I couldn't do this without the support of what you guys are doing. Like I said, I'm not a DJ myself. I'm learning a little bit, but you guys are the one with the talent, and I'm just trying to help elevate the talent that you guys already have it and actually bring it out of you guys because I have the ability to be able to see something that you may not even be able to see in yourself. And I'm like, yo, you can do bigger and better and more. And I'm going to try to pull that out and help elevate and have everybody shine. So that's what I, task myself to do. And that's what I'm here to do. So just to run y'all through about what we're going to do. So like, I'm gonna give like an extra 10 or so minutes for people to kind of trickle in. And we can have just like this open dialogue until like we go into the really formal introductions and kind of what we really want to do here. So we got Krate Digga. He's going to be handling the music this month. And every month we're going to be doing these calls. And we're going to have a different DJ take care of the music for the call. Then we're also going to do introductions. And it's going to be kind of the launch of the monthly podcast episodes that we're doing to highlight DJs. And I'm going to share the new opportunities for you guys to be able to stream for some of our clients. So we got some really big name clients that are interested. And I'm working hard to close these deals for you guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. But yeah, super excited to have y'all. If you haven't already, 20 episodes of the My DJ Story podcast is out. We have amazing DJs, some of them on this call that have told beautiful and amazing and interesting stories. So definitely, especially if you meet a DJ on this call and you're like, yo, let me check out his or her episode, like it gives you more context. So even though you didn't have to get to say certain things to them in this conversation, you can learn about their full story just by listening to the podcast. So it's super great that you can find more information about somebody that you meet right here just by listening to their episodes. So,
right.
So yeah, I would love to hear, my vision for this is for DJs to get to know one another and be able to build like a really strong support system of DJs. But I would like to know, what do you guys want out of a community of DJs? Like what resources could I provide, or what things can I do to help, the community and help each other and help you guys help one another? Any ideas? And feel free to, unmute yourself and just jump in and let's all make sure we're respectful of other people speaking. But feel free to jump in and we'll try to get things going. I'll kind of try to guide the conversation. But I'm Super Jam. I think you unmuted yourself.
I'm muted.
Yeah, you can speak. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody?
What
What's
up,
going on, brother?
Jam?
What's going on?
All
What's
DJs
up?
in the house. Yeah, it's been a long time not seeing anybody in the DJ world. It's really a hard time for us right now. It's like crazy. I've been DJing my whole life. It's basically the one thing that I really know how to do besides walk. And when this stuff kicked in last year, it's just like unbelievable. Everything just, and I tried to think that I could, just business as usual, like after we had our first lockdown. I'm in Germany. So after we had our first lockdown, I thought that we, be able to start a party again. I talked to one of the promoters that I do a party at, and he was like, yeah, they only have this. I can have 60 people, and so let's do this. And yeah, so everybody was asking me about it. Hey, when are you gonna have the next party? When you have the next party? I said, yeah, well, I really didn't want to do it because I didn't want to endanger anybody, but people are asking me, hey, we want to come out, and I say, okay, but when you come out, you've got little squares for everybody to dance in and stuff. And, it just, and I tried to do the party. Nobody showed up, and then I was like, okay, I'm staying in the cut. I'm staying in the background and try to do different things. And when I came across Daryl and we talked about doing doing the live streaming, because I had done live streaming like probably everybody else did on Instagram, on Facebook, and then you get shut down after a few minutes and get these warnings that they're going to shut your site down, you know, for copyright infringement. I'm like, we never had no problem with copyright infringement. You play your music for people, you know, so. I don't want to talk so much.
No, brother. I mean,
I had to set my alarm. I just woke up.
I appreciate what you're saying. You kind of like started up the conversation as far as like, you know, like the platforms, you know, I mean, not to get too political and shit like that, but like, you know, if Twitter is letting a straight up monster, you know, say whatever the hell he wants to say, and all we're trying to do as DJs in industry, we trying to just spread good vibes with music, you know, and we get muted. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like the fairness is like out the window. Where'd it go? You know, I'm looking around for it, you know. So I mean, I'm glad that you know, that we got some platforms that are emerging that are trying to, you know, do some workarounds for that, you know, and I appreciate, you know, when I always love it when I hear about like DJs getting into technology and trying to find like the workarounds, and even people who, you know, like just starting out, like Daryl, you know, just starting out DJing, you know, getting into technology to work some workarounds for us, you know, because it's frustrating, man. I mean, you pull up your following, you know, like say you're doing on Facebook, you got those, you know, you got, you know, your friends on the Facebook, you know, on the Facebook lives and stuff. And then all of a sudden, after just as you build it, you get to that pinnacle, and then boom, they shut it down. The same with YouTube and stuff, you know? So yeah, we need more technology to come through to do the workarounds. I mean, and man, all the stuff that comes up. I think as far as like DJs concerned, like networking, just to you know, answer Darrow's question is, I guess I would ask DJs, like, you know, if there's a way, Daryl, you know, if there's like a bulletin board or something like that, like if DJs find a way to work around, like they find an app or something that enables us to post our videos, our live streams without getting muted and stuff, post the site up, you know what I'm saying? And so that we can all pretty much like, you know, I mean, because everybody like all over the country, pretty much all over the world, like Super Jam in Germany, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if we can just like get like some kind of stuff that you can just put the literature up that says, yeah, I found this app and it's dope. And I mean, yeah, I mean, I would definitely I'll keep coming to the club, you know, and checking out the bulletin boards and stuff like that. And that would be, I think that would be a big help.
Yeah, that's a great idea. You know, I definitely think that we should do that, so everything's in a central location. I appreciate everyone that just joined the call. So we're going to give it a couple more minutes. People are trickling in. And then what we're going to do on this call is literally just give everyone an opportunity to want to introduce yourself, tell people where you're from, your name, how long you've been DJing, and pretty much I want everyone to state, you know, what's one thing or what things that you can provide value to the DJ community, and then what's one thing that you want back from the DJ community. How can the DJ community help you? And I feel like if we create a community where everyone in the community knows what people want and need and how they can help other people, we're going to see more connectivity. We're going to see more people reaching their goals because we have a support system of people that want to see them succeed. So, you know, I'm working hard to be that person that's facilitating this. And I appreciate everyone being here and being part of this experience. And also, we have the My DJ Story podcast that has just launched, and feel free to check it out and hear the stories of some of the amazing DJs that are on this call. Some of them not on the call right now, but definitely give you guys the opportunity to you know, tell your story and showcase what you can do. So yeah, we got DJ Krate Digga, who is being our DJ for this call. And every call, we're gonna do this every month. The first Monday of the month is the podcast is dropping every month, because we're doing 20 episodes a month. But then the day before that drop, the Sunday before, we're doing this type of call. So I'm going to need a DJ for every month that's going to curate the first 10 to 15 minutes of each call. Then we'll go into, you know, where people can network out and introduce yourself and speak. So yeah, so, you know, it's about to be 8:10 now. I think we could definitely get started because I want to make sure I respect everybody's times. And I'm just going to kick it off and say thank you for being here. This is super great to see a bunch of DJs. We got 26 people on the call right now, and just to have all these people, amazing DJs in the room, where we can chat and figure out what ways that we can help and support each other. It's a powerful thing. And I know for a fact that as we grow this and continue to do this, there's going to be a lot of valuable things that are happening, and people are going to be able to make progress in their goals, whether that be to build your audience, whether that's to, change your career or the different things you do within your DJ career, make more money, whatever it may be. We're going to help you with that goal, regardless of what it sounds like or what it is. So I kind of want to give the floor to you guys, and we're going to go around the room. Please just introduce yourself to the people, and we got to keep it brief because we got about 30 people on the call. Just say your name, like where you're from, the city, and then say, what one thing you want to offer to the community, say, and then one thing that you need help with or you want to get back. So I'm going to start it off. My name is Daryl. I'm from New Jersey. And one thing that I can offer to the community is opportunities to get paid for virtual gigs. So what I'm doing is I'm working hard, and I'm letting big corporate companies know that I have a network of 1,500 DJs that are looking to live stream and curate virtual events, whether it's on Zoom, whether it's on Facebook Live, Twitch, wherever. You can stream wherever you want. You can stream on TheClub, you can stream wherever you want. But these corporate partnerships and people are coming to me with opportunities, and I want to pass these opportunities on to you. So that's what I have. And in regards to what I am asking from the community, I would love for you guys to communicate with me and let me know what ways I can help you better. When you see something, hey, Dara, I see you doing this with the club. Can you make this better? How can I help DJs better and connect me with other DJs? And that's my ask. So I'm gonna just kind of say names by who I see on the screen. And then we're gonna just keep going around. I'm gonna just kind of guide who goes next. So right now I'm seeing James Harris first, Brown Boy. You can go first, and then we're gonna go Johnny Price. You're gonna be next, all right?
All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Good evening, good day, good morning, wherever you're at. I know us, my brother's up in Germany. It's good to see everybody. It's Jay Harris, aka DJ Brown Boy. Been DJing for about 20 plus years. Currently in the Bronx right now by way of Mount Vernon, New York. So just been doing everything from like weddings, private gigs, clubs, lounges, everything, and now into this virtual world, which is totally brand new. So I've actually been doing pretty good. Booked my first gig wedding this year, so I'm kind of happy about that. That's like really exciting news. So and yeah, man, just looking forward to networking with you all, like getting some information, of building a strong community, just keeping it in the family. And I'm just a real chill, cool person. Shout out to my brother, CEO. I know he's on here. I just seen him. He's actually the reason why I joined the app, because I saw him posting. We have a DJ group on Instagram, and he posted it in there. And I was like, yo, I got to get on it. So shout out to you, CEO. Thanks for the link. And yeah, man, just here to vibe out and just connect with everybody. Good
Awesome.
to meet y'all.
Right.
Thank you, brother. Johnny Price, you next, and Super Jam, you're after that.
Okay. What's up, everybody? What's good? Johnny Price from Chicago, Illinois. Been DJing for 33 years, since 1988. And yeah, I mean, just real brief. What I like to have to offer is my experience as far as, my travels and the things that I've gone through, and as far as like, getting, the relationships with club owners and the changes, how to deal with the changes and stuff with, with COVID and things like that. And the things that I could benefit from you guys would be like some of you young cats out there who are used to like the new technology and stuff like that. Feel free to share it, and let us old heads know what's happening and stuff, as far as like new technology. I mean, there are those of us people who are purists, who are stuck, or want to, don't want to change. And there's another part of us who want to pretty much get into like all the new technology that's out there, all the new software, and we were talking about before about like if there's some new apps that can enable us to do some workarounds, those are the things that I really care about, because we see this thing that's happening with this COVID and stuff, and it's got us all in the same trick bag, and so that's all I want to say.
All right. My name is DJ Super Jam, real name Johnny
Hey.
So another Johnny.
So,
Hey guys, can you guys hear me?
Hey DJ,
Yeah.
hey. So we're gonna go in order. I'm gonna announce who's going up next. So right now we have Super Jam, and then next is Hoswell, DJ Hoswell. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Yeah. Johnny said a lot of what I was thinking also about the old school DJs connecting with the young. I think that this whole barrier that's been put between us, I think it's ridiculous, because we've always learned from each other. You know, you had the DJs that were doing certain things, and then you had DJs that would come in and they would check it out and they would watch them and find out different tricks and find out different things and so on. And all of a sudden, in the last few years, there's been this line between us of you're just a virtual DJ, you know, or you're just a old school DJ talking about crates and stuff like this. And it's a place like this is good to bring us together because we're all DJs, and it doesn't matter who's been. I've been DJing for I don't even know how many years. Whatever 76 is. That's the first time I DJ'd, you know, and that's insane. I can't even say it. When somebody asks how old I am, I'm like, yeah. Now I don't give a shit because now I'm like, okay, I'm 58, you know, but that's just crazy to me because in my mind, I don't feel that, you know, and I DJing to me is still like when I first started playing. First time, like I say, on my podcast, we had such a nice talk and it took me back to all these different memories and stuff of the first night when I DJ'd and just accidentally DJ'd. Didn't even want to DJ, never thought about it because DJing wasn't a thing. In 76, nobody was talking about it. Wasn't nobody, I want to be a DJ when I grow up. Nobody, you know, and I stumbled into it. And then one guy told me that, oh man, yeah, you can. I came a couple weeks later and he had this big system set up and all these fog machines and lights and all sorts of stuff. And I was like, man, how much do you make? And he said, $200. I was like, $200. I like $200. I was like, all right, I'm that's what I want to do. And just on that thought of that, this is like a job that you can have fun. I stuck with it, you know, and it's I can't let go of it. That's why I got to keep going. And this is beautiful.
We appreciate you, brother.
Done or what?
Thank you, man. Hey, you guys could all listen to each other's story on the podcast. We definitely want to keep the introductions brief. So like we're gonna just say name, where you're from, what you can give to the community, and what you want to get out of the community. So because we have a lot of people on the call, so I want to run through this. And then DJ Rose is actually going to lead us in a conversation, and then it could be more open-ended discussion. But also, save your story for the podcast because they could listen to the podcast and actually for more answers. So, DJ Hoswell, you're up next. Thank you, Summer Jam.
Thank you,
Super Jam. Sorry.
Thank you, Daryl, and it's really, really incredible to be amongst all of you today, and so much experience, and can't wait to dig into the podcast. So on my end, DJ Hoswell. I'm a Latin-focused DJ, but I'm also, I also get into dance sometimes, and obviously, I've time to get into that open format world as well. So I've been, in terms of what I can give and what I would love to ask, I've been, I've actually launched on Twitch just a few weeks ago, around 3 weeks ago. So, folks that I've been looking to learn more around, that experience and whatnot, and the onboarding of that experience. I see a few green screens over here, so I doubt I'm the only one, but I'm happy to share that. And it's like in my case, I don't have as much experience as some of the folks that just presented. I'm 26 years old, so when I was born, there was folks here that were already DJing. So in terms of the ask is actually the flip, in terms of navigating the industry, navigating all of these conversations with clubs and promoters and getting your name out there is something that I would love to get from this group. So I'll drop my my Twitch profile here, and I'm really excited for this conversation and more conversations.
Brother. Thank you. We got TravisBizzell up next, and then Alan Cooper. Sorry, not Alan Cooper. We got DJ Getum after TravisBizzell.
What's up, everybody? This is Travis, DJ Famous. Right now, I'm in South Carolina. I'm originally from Queens, New York. That's where I started DJing back in '91. back in Queens. Put it down for a while, and then I moved south, and I started DJing again once I moved to Charlotte, and that was in about 2005, 2006. So I got a little bit of, you were talking about the old school DJs versus the newer DJs. I got a little bit of both because I started DJing again kind of when the virtual, everything migrating to MP3s and all that started really happening, in the mid 2000s. So I got a little bit of both. I think I can contribute a lot as far as, technology. I've done a lot of streaming now, of course, that we all have this year, well, in the past year. So anybody needs some help with some streaming ideas as far as Twitch or Mixcloud or stuff like that, I can contribute. I do mostly when I'm doing events, mostly now I'm doing weddings, private events. That's what my company is pretty much focused on the last few years. I got my first event of this year in about 3 weeks, my first wedding. So I'm happy about that.
Yay!
Thank you. I appreciate it. We want to check back with me afterwards, and we're gonna see how it went. We can all share some stories. But
Awesome,
yeah,
brother.
I'm looking forward to this group, man. This is great. I'm looking forward to learning from you guys as well.
Thank you, brother. And DJ Famous's episode on the My DJ Story podcast is in the first batch, so his is live. So let's get DJ Get 'em, who is also his episode dropped today as well. So DJ Get 'em, you're up. After that would be Alan Cooper or Copper, Alan Copper.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, y'all, man? How everybody feeling, man? It's a wonderful thing to just reunite with DJs from all over the world. I'm gonna be pretty brief. I've been DJing as far as professionally for I want to say about 5 years. I'm 39 now, but I've been DJing since I was 9 years old. But I really didn't take my craft serious till about 5 years ago. Thanks for the help of my wife. As far as in my area, I'm from the Midwest area, the Chicagoland, Indiana area. I'm by the borderline. As far as for the community, I want to see more of us DJs in my area link more, be more, instead of us trying to be in competition with each other. I just want us to reunite more because I feel like more could be done in our area if we reunite, because we got some bad DJs in our area. And I see a lot of talent, but it's a lot of bad DJs that don't want to really step out in their craft because we judge each other out here. I hate to say it, but in my area, it's hard for us DJs to make it in our area. But I might have to leave a call to get out the good news. Is I made it to one of our major stations in my area, Power 92 radio station. Today will be my first day actually being aired on the radio. So
Nice.
That's something big for me.
Right.
So I might have to leave a call.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you. I might have to leave a call, but if I do leave a call, you guys still on, I'm gonna get back on because I want to hear myself on the radio. This is major for my first time ever being aired on the radio. So this is a big, massive movement.
Ooh, congrats.
Oh, congratulations.
Nice.
Hey, how everybody doing? My name is Alan. I go by the name of DJ A Smooth or Smooth the Boss. I live in Seattle, but currently from Washington, D.C. And I've been DJing for 20 years. And what I can offer is really just any sound advice. I'm somebody you come talk to, whether you need any encouragement or some new sounds. I can definitely, just offer that and offer like my support. And I guess like what, vice versa is that, I just want to be able to link up and really be able to link up with not only just new DJs, but also experienced DJs, because I'm always learning. I'm always wanting to like learn so I can always elevate and better my craft.
Definitely.
Okay. How's everyone doing today? I go by the name of DJ Ill Will. I know you're on Smack on radio there, but I barely use the Zoom meeting stuff. Thank you to the app for having me here today. Basically, I live in New Haven, Connecticut, but I'm originally from the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. I've been in the game since the 80s, but I started going hard in this DJ lifestyle for the past years. And basically what I can offer, as far as a DJ is just maybe, some of my school of thoughts I have an online radio station broadcasting 24/7 worldwide. So a lot of you DJs, I appreciate all my fellow DJs out there working hard, doing what they're doing. You could definitely submit your music to me, you like your mixes and stuff like that, and I can air you out on Smack Radio. Your mixes live. They got to be clean though. And they basically, that's what I can offer even to the artists, a place for them to be heard. One of my artists that I play the music, Mr. Creep, he said ain't no age in rap, so there's no age in DJing either, man. So I appreciate that. And what I would like to see from you fellow guys is just more connecting with one another and support one another, and just let's just link up, man. Let's make this happen.
All right.
Yo, what's happening, everybody? I go by the name of DJ CEO. I want to salute two people in particular. Daryl, of course. I got connected to him last year through a friend of mine, and a black man in tech trying to do something for the culture. I had to get behind 100%. So I'll push them all the way. And I want to big shout out to my man, Diamond D, who is my inspiration. Anytime I see him put anything online, I got to go back and practice, because his hands are like ridiculous on the turntables. Yeah, I've been DJing since about 96, professionally, full-time since about 2005. Originally from Brooklyn, New York. I'm currently in Queens. Did a stint in Vegas. What I can offer to this community is, I guess I want to say the packaging side of this business. I know we heard a lot of DJs speak about like the old school aspect of it all. And the one thing I was able to learn just coming up in this industry when I did is that your skills are not going to get you as far as they would have decades ago. You got to have a brand. If you do not have a brand, you are dead in the water. And there are a lot of old school DJs who are just so married to the craft, which I appreciate as a purist, but at the end of the day, your career is not going to go anywhere unless you have a brand and make yourself more marketable and to clients, whatever you're trying to do. So that's what I can offer. Anybody knows me. I've created a lifestyle brand out of DJ CEO, and that has taken me all over the world. And what I'm looking for is just what I always look for from my DJ friends. It's just inspiration and knowledge, whether it be music, whether it be the craft creatively, whether it be, putting me onto new technology that's going to improve, what we got going on now virtually, better sound, better visuals, better whatever, I'm always open to listen to that. So, what I'm saying, that's what I would like to get from everyone in this room. And that's what I have to offer. So.
Thank you, brother. Krate Digga, you're next. After that is DJ Q. Krate Digga, can you hear us? Yo, brother. Let's go with DJ Q. I don't think Krate can hear us.
All right. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let me unpin Krate for now. Okay, you're good.
Cool. My name is DJ Q. I'm from the Washington, D.C. area. Silver Spring, Maryland is where I'm born and raised. Call it the DMV, the tri-state area there. So one, I think it's beautiful that we're all here on the Zoom call. Two, I think it's beautiful that we're supporting, like CEO said, we're supporting not just Black creativity, but the Black community. We're helping to put money into the Black community, and that's so important. So just to dive into the other intro pieces, what I can offer to you all are a couple things. Mainly my network. I've been fortunate enough to build a vast network of DJ colleagues around the country and around the world. So I definitely want to expand that and extend that to you all. Also, when it comes to the tech side, always in the books. I write for my MP3 pool. I'm one of their bloggers, so I'm always writing about like the latest updates, whatever tech is out. You know, I'm always trying to cover what's new and provide those resources. So if you know, I know some of you all are in the, I guess, the older generation, the OGs. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. I got you. No problem, you know. As far as what I'm looking for is you know, guidance and advice from the OGs, those that have trailblazed for us, you know what I mean? I've been DJing for 10 years. I'm 30 years old. I guess I'm kind of in that hybrid, you know, of like, I'm still using turntables, techniques, 1200s, but I know how to navigate all the tech side, all the digital side. So I definitely want to learn more about the business side, and I'm sure the OGs can provide some of that guidance. So yeah, also I am streaming also pretty regularly currently on Twitch. I'm trying to build up my following just online, but I do intend on bringing it on over to, you know, the club when we're at that point. One other quick thing, one thing I've been able to do with the streaming is I've been able to stream to bars and to clubs that have TVs, you know, sports bars, and I get them to pay me on the weekends. Every single Friday, Saturday, they pay me to stream to their specific bar. I can give shout outs. I tell them to log into the chat. I think this is something that, you know, the club will be able to utilize when we get into that hybrid, you know, cross section of events where they're hybrid in real life, hybrid virtual. So hit me up. Y'all have any questions? I got you. Support, whatever you need. I'm DJ Q.
Thank you, brother. And his episode is up as well, so y'all can check out him on my DJ Story podcast. So up next we got DJ D-Raw, then up on deck would be DJ Chris Disc. Okay.
Well, hello everybody. I'm DJ D-Raw, and I'm in Delaware right now, but I'm originally from DC, the DMV area. And what I can offer is, like I say, music knowledge, equipment knowledge. I've been like DJing the first time I've ever touched turntables, like when I was like 7 years old. So I've been in and out DJing and doing different things. I haven't been into like the club scene and doing different things yet, but I've been doing it just like, you say, like a house DJ, just doing it in the house and just practicing and just getting my skills up and getting ready. Right now, I'm currently on Twitch DJing. So like I say, the music knowledge and the equipment knowledge, I can definitely offer that. And as far as I want to say, what I'm looking for is just to connect with more people and, you know, understand the business aspect of it more and put myself out there more on that business aspect wise and, you know, get more gigs and put myself out there.
Thank you, brother. DJ Chris Disc, you're up next.
Good evening and good day, everybody. I'm from upstate New York. Closest city to me would be Poughkeepsie. I've been DJing since 1998. My best skills will be my technical aspects on analyzing your hardware, utilizing it to make yourself more proficient in using it. So that way everything looks so complicated. We're going to simplify it down. That's exactly what I do for a lot of my other clients. I run also a tech IT support system for small businesses and consumers. What I'm looking here is to find a better way for me to self-promote myself in marketing and finding marketing material and have that produced with me. I'm not one to self-promote myself, but my first gig this year will be April 11th. I've been doing some odd different gigs the last couple of years, doing a flea market. I'll actually have the wedding of this first year for me will be June. So I've been doing weddings for the last couple of years and, you know, getting busier in upstate New York.
Awesome, brother. We're going to have DJ Diamond, the artist, up next. On deck is DJ Hay. DJ Diamond, the artist, you there?
You on mute. You on mute, D.
My computer was on crack. My bad. First of all, I want to say peace to all the whole DJ family out here, man. You know what I'm saying? One love to all the DJs out here representing, man. In case y'all don't know, I'm the guy who made that song, Respect the DJ. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't heard it, you can go on my YouTube channel and check it out. And you'll understand that, DJing, even though I'm an artist, I rhyme and I write songs and produce and all of that. But the Technique 1200s got me everything that I have in life. So that's where my heart is. That's why, whenever you see me rocking on stage or wherever I'm at, I'm always wearing that Respect the DJ brand, because I respect what we all do, because what we do is not easy by any means. You know what I'm saying? Like, we make it look easy, but it's not easy by any means. So I just wanted to say that first and foremost. And also shout out to my man, DJ CEO. He's the reason why I'm here, because CEO is the one who sent me the link, and that's how I linked up with my man Daryl. So in case you don't know, my name is DJ Diamond, the artist, and obviously the artist part is because I'm also an artist as well. But I've been DJing in the game professionally for 3 decades now, and it's been pretty dope. Like I said, when I first jumped on those Technique 1200s, I'm a member of a battle DJ crew called the X-Men, also known as the Executioners. I'm like a 5-time battle champion, back in the days when I was battling and all that stuff, with real vinyl. So I come from a vinyl background. I'm obviously a digital dude now, because, that's what it really is. It's just more convenient. But, I still do have my vinyl. I still do love my vinyl, but I'm not afraid to step out of the vinyl realm into the DAW situation, which is what most of us have right now. But basically, I'm kind of newer to the streaming aspect side of everything, because hey, it is what it is. I'm unemployed. I've been unemployed for like a year. You know what I'm saying? Arenas aren't open. So there is no 20, 30, 40,000 seaters to perform at. So basically everything has shifted for mostly all of us, I would say. So, I jumped into the whole Instagram streaming, and now I'm finally migrating to Twitch, and I got a Mixcloud and all of that stuff. I'm not super active yet, but I just this is where it's at. So I just wanted to, to jump in and be a part of the situation. But when I saw this situation, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely want to be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? First of all, young Black entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying, out here, you know what I'm saying, say, yo, I like what y'all are doing, but we can do this too. And we can have some type of ownership, and the market share. So I'm strong with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, Big Brother is doing what Big Brother does, but don't think that we can't do it either. So first of all, Daryl, I applaud you for, putting this platform together. I know what it takes to put a platform together. I'm not a network engineer like my man Chris Disk over there. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I know enough to know that this takes a lot of work, man. So I'm just saying, like, I have a lot of knowledge. I've been fortunate by the grace of God to be doing this professionally straight out of high school. And it's been nonstop until last February when it just stopped. But until then, I've been graciously enough to travel around the globe and have all types of different experiences that I'm willing to share with each and everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to make this too long-winded. I'm going to move on. But I just wanted to say once again, salute to everybody and respect the DJ.
Thank you, brother. And his episode is also live on the podcast. Great episode. So check him out. We got DJ Hay is on deck right now. And after DJ Hay is going to be Krate Digga.
Hey, what's up, guys? Well, first of all, Daryl, can you see me? Should I move the camera? Like, how far should I?
So just everyone, I want to let you know, DJ Hay is actually blind. She's actually a blind DJ, and we connected recently. DJ Hay, your video is off right now, but we can hear you perfectly.
Okay, no big. It's all good then. All right, so my name is Heather, but I go by DJ Hay. I am a trance DJ from San Diego, California. I've been in the industry for 6.5 years, and I really got into DJing specifically for trance events because I was inspired by Dutch DJ and producer Ferry Corsten. And the episode where I'm interviewed will be up tomorrow. So I would definitely encourage you guys to go and check it out, because I have a very unique, story behind my career and all that. But yeah, so trance is a genre that I've really had a special place in my heart for, mainly because of what it's about, but also mainly how everybody treats each other in the community. So that's why my goal is to perform at all the big name trance events like, Tomorrowland, Dream State, the Amsterdam Dance Event, all that stuff. So yeah, and I'd also want to say thank you to Daryl for having me on this meeting, and I'm just so glad we connected. And I also wanted to briefly say I host 2 mixes a month. I'm a resident DJ for the show called Trance Invasion with Craig Gordon. By the way, the episode for this month's going to air tomorrow on his Twitch channel. So, yeah, I'll leave that in. I'll put that in the comments. And then I also do my own mix called Trance by Touch. So, which you guys can go check out. I'll actually put the link to my website up as well so that you guys can go check out my socials and merch. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the episode.
And just so you know, all the episodes are actually live now. I did it a day early. I will be promoting it. Yeah, I'll be promoting it tomorrow to the general public, but it's out right now for everybody to check out. Yeah, cool. And thank you. And I also put everyone's websites and their social media in the show notes of everybody's episode, so it will be there as well to get easy access to it. So right now we got DJ Krate Digga right now, and then up after Krate Digga is DJ Hell Nah.
Oh, sorry, Daryl. Can I just ask you really quick, what episode number is mine so that I can go find it?
You're you're at episode number 15.
Okay, and do I just search for the My DJ Story podcast, or?
I'll shoot you a text and send it
Okay,
to you.
okay, sorry. I just wanted to ask real fast.
No problem.
Okay.
Thank you. So Krate Digga, and then after that, Hell No.
Yeah, trying again. You guys can hear me okay?
Yep, you're fine.
Cool. Yeah. DJ Krate Digga. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. Been DJing since '97. Got into it kind of just to learn how to DJ, not to quote unquote be a DJ, and it kind of allowed me a lot of opportunities that I had never envisioned on the front end. As far as what I would like to bring, I have a lot of experience, technical knowledge, etc. In part because I've never been one of those DJs who had a lot of cash to get the newest gear or get the best gear all the time. So I very much learned how to use any and everything that I have to maximize the output, which has allowed me to learn a lot of different things and different ways to do different things based on what's available. And on the flip side, I'm always looking to learn, whether it's different audio techniques, whether it's different DJing techniques, whether it's some of the new tech stuff as far as specifically streaming, maximizing, once again, overlays and all those things. But in the end, it's really just about building the culture, building the community in whatever way I can be a part of that.
Thank you, brother. DJ Hell Nah, you're up. And then after that, it's going to be Gordon Ferris.
Yo, what up? What up? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. I'm DJ Hell Nah. I started DJing in 1996, straight out of high school. And then right out of high school, I pretty much saw like the first turntables like in when I don't know if everybody remember Rocket Grandmaster DXT was scratching on the Grammys. My dad was like, oh, what is that? I'm like, that's a D. I don't know what that is, but I need to try to do it. So I was messing with his turntables and stuff for like the longest, breaking up everybody's equipment and stuff. Finally, the homeboy got some turntables like in '90s in high school. He had a little talent show. He brought him to the gym. You know, he had a little incentive at lunchtime. Brought out the turntables. I'm like, dang, man, you got turntables? He's like, yeah, man, my parents got turntables. He's rocking out, scratching. It was the old Radio Shack mixer. He's doing some transforming up there. I'm like, okay. He sounded like Jazzy Jeff. So I went to his house, went to my mom's, like, let me get some turntables. Of course, she was like, hell no, those are expensive. So I'm like, okay, cool. Went back to his house, and I'm like, well, I'll just get records then. So I was bringing records to his house, trying to mix and stuff. Couldn't get down on mixing. He left me in his room. It would be since high school time. So he go hang out with his girlfriend, leave me up there. Finally, I get down. I'm mixing like a couple like Puff Daddy songs back together. And I'm like, okay. And I remember I was like Mad Lion, Keep It Easy, and some other shit. I was going back and forth, just instrumental. Finally got it locked in. Was like, okay, like that could be a DJ. Fast forward, got my little college granddad got Golden West playing basketball. Walked into the basketball coach, was like, yo, I quit. I'm about to go to be a DJ. And he was like, what? Yeah, I'm about my equipment. So I walked over to the multimedia place.
Also, bro,
like, yo.
And bro, sorry, we're just doing quick introductions because that's this. You go on to the podcast and hear his story, but do a quick introduction, say who you are, where you're from, what you can give to the community and how you want the community to help you out. But then hear his story on the podcast, because he told an amazing story, just like the one he's just telling right now. But just introduce yourself and tell people.
Yeah, so my bad. I'm DJ hellnawproductions.com. I'm a little late today because I was editing my video. I got a video coming out another day in Cali. I'm also an artist. What I want to bring to it is just blow it up as much as I could blow it up. I know a lot of DJs I grew up with, DJing with the Beat Junkies, practicing next to like Visible Scratch Pickles when they would come down to Cerritos and different areas like that. And I met like Grandmaster Cass and stuff like that. So I just want to bring like the well-roundedness. And I also DJ every Friday and Saturday at a sushi spot in Newport Beach. So I play like mostly house and real remixes like that. So I've been from the turntablist aspect, then I took it all the way to the house aspect. And then in between, I also play with a rock band, went on tour. And so I've been on tour with like Limp Bizkit and Cypress Hill, and play with like Redman and Method Man, and just a bunch of names. I know I look young as hell, but I'm actually 42. I'll be 43 August 30th. So I've been around the block a little bit, and I'm right, like not too far around the corner from the Beat Junkies area. They have like a little DJ school. So when that gets cracking up, then I'm gonna try to see if like, get all the young DJs in on this app. So try to blow up our network. So I'm just here for like, just trying to help promote with Daryl and whatever I can cross promote with it, bring cross with our brands and, just get a network together. Pretty much that's what I'm here for. But that's pretty much how I got to DJ, man. I just picked up on the turntables and then pretty much got my student grant and got my turntables and just locked myself in the room from there and did some Bruce Lee stuff. You keep practicing over and over and eventually you'll get it.
Awesome, brother. Appreciate you. We got
that's what I'm saying, my G.
Gordon Ferris is next, and after that, Said the Saint.
Hey, what's good, everybody? I'm Gordon, go by Clash Gordon. I'm in mid-30s. I started DJing about 20 years ago. I got obsessed with it when I was a young age, started on vinyl, so I'm a purist kind of in that regard. Definitely right now all about respecting, continuing to bring the turntablism culture to the front foremost. But I had a good run in the 2000s. I got to open for Common and Lupe, Floss Damas for a bit. The Roots, moved to London for a year. It was awesome, but then I was partying too much and I got into it a little bit too hard, and college was really expensive. So then I took a back seat to DJing and I went the corporate path. I got furloughed when COVID hit because I was working at Live Nation, doing a lot of marketing and tech stuff for them. And that's what I can bring. Basically, I got a lot of graphic experience, a lot of technical computer coding experience. I'm about to show you, I go pretty crazy on my Twitch graphics stuff. Like if you peep this right here, I made all this from scratch. So this is what my Twitch stream looks like. Sometimes I got crazy stages. I got a foot pedal over here I'm gonna hit and just set off some flamethrowers, all that shit. So I can help you guys get there. I can help you guys with some of that shit. I'm here for the OGs for sure. I mean, you guys are why I got into this. I'm always, I got foot pedal. I got all sorts of stuff. I got that's all I do now.
This brother right there.
I'll put my link tree in the chat. But yeah, that's basically like what I'm here to help with is like get over that technical boundary, because some of this shit is really confusing and hard. But this is all I've been doing all day because I've been fortunate enough to make ends meet and waiting to get back to work at Live Nation in a few months. But yeah, I'm looking to get from this, like growing my audience, because I'm open format. I do everything. Clash Gordon is like my name because I started as a mashup DJ. So I do all genres, crazy shit together. So yeah, I'm Daryl. Thank you so much for this. This is incredible. Like the moment I talked to you, the vibes were right. Like what you're doing is incredible. Hearing all the testimonials from everybody here, just props, man. Thank you for doing this.
I appreciate you, brother. And your episode is on the next season because I just interviewed you. So yeah, so check out him in the next season. Next month you'll be able to catch his episode on the podcast. So up next we have Said the Saint, and then after Said it's gonna be Barry Martinez.
What up, people? How y'all doing? Said this. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, but I am from New Orleans, Louisiana originally. Been here for about 15 years now. I've been DJing for about the same amount of time as well too. What I plan to get out of the community is just to build a community. Honestly, I want to get to know some more DJs outside of Atlanta, outside of New Orleans. And as well, I have a community of DJs that share equipment with each other. So I used to DJ when we were going outside a lot in different areas around the US and outside of the US as well too. And so I really would love to, if you're interested in sharing equipment, check us out. You can hear more about my story on the podcast, but I'll keep it very brief because I know there's other people going on, but I'm glad to be here. And also what I plan to also impart into this community is just some camaraderie. And if y'all need any information on gear, I got y'all. I'm plugged in with the gear.
Thank you. Yeah, yours will be released in the next season as well. So appreciate you. So I'm currently Barry Martinez, and then after that, it's going to be Kendrick Tillman.
Hey everyone, my name is Barry. I go by DJ Astral Dust. I'm in Hollywood, California. I'm a purist, if you will. I started DJing in 95, 96. I was played bass guitar before that and sold my bass guitar for my first techniques. But it took me another year to save up for my next techniques because I spent $500 the whole goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? So once I got that, we know how it is as purists. You know, it took me a year and a half to even get my beat mix down. You know, to feel comfortable enough to even go in front of anybody. And so I got that. I learned in Phoenix, moved to Hollywood. I'm in Hollywood now. Been in Hollywood the last 21 years, like right in the vortex, middle of this muck. And so when I got here, I started slinging records, selling records on Melrose, and got hooked up with some promoters, and ended up, you know, basically paying my rent on just DJ gigs for a while in the early 2000s. The digital part starts to come back in around then. And here in LA, you had people getting gigs because of who they know as opposed to their skill set. So, because, you know, it's saturated now. You know, technology affects all music except with our realm. You know, technology can affect a bass guitar, you can press a pedal, but, you know, there's no button that you can hit to sync it all up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the essence of you know, beat mixing is like, you got to do this stuff in your head ultimately. And so anyway, when that happened, I was a little bit bitter about it, but I happened to get sidetracked, like severely sidetracked for about 12 years. And you can check my story on that. It's a whole nother thing. And when I decided I had to go back to school. That's all I had to do. And I went back to school, got my bachelor's degree, got my master's degree, got a job. And then being a DJ, what I want to do, if I got money, I want to buy a bunch of DJ equipment. So I did that because I got back into DJ not to like really even.
And also, brother, I just want to let you know. So just introductions and pretty much what you can give to the community, and then what you want to get out of the community. And then people, please check out his story on the podcast. It's an amazing story. He's actually on this season, so you can check him out on the podcast. But please just introduce yourself. Tell him what you can give and what you can get.
Astral Dust. I'm here to I can contribute anything that anybody wants to. You know, I've been out of the game for a minute. I just got back into the digital just to learn how to do it. And so and then I think it's going to come down to collectives like this now, because even when we go back to normal or whatever, people are still going to be streaming because you know the populations get older, enjoys the music, and they're going to continue to want to watch it via home and stream. So I think the collectives and this unity is where it's at.
Thank you, brother. So we got Kendrick up next, and then after Kendrick is going to be DJ A Smooth.
Greetings, everyone. It is an honor to be here. I'm Kendrick Tillman, also known as DJ 5 Star. I've been DJing since 1997. I'm out of Baltimore, Maryland. Highlight of my DJ career is performing with Soulful Symphony, so scratching with 77 other instruments doesn't get any better than that, which allowed me to create a product. So we have a product called Matthew Music. It's a duffel bag that comes with everything you need to learn how to DJ using 5th grade through 9th grade math. So that's what I'm looking for. This network is to just share it with your network. It's basically, let me show you, a whole duffel bag we ship with a laptop and a DJ controller and our curriculum that teaches you how to DJ. And so of course we do pretty good with the graphics, and I can help anyone with any types of graphics or streaming pieces with the Stream Deck or whatever type of content you need to learn. And we kind of teach using video mixing. So that's if you learn how to video mix, that's what I can offer to the group, is learn how to stream your video mix to get into our educational product. Again, we got an educational product called Math Through Music, and I'm definitely, it's a revenue share. So any DJ on here that likes a hold of that gets a principal to purchase this $5,000 to $10,000 kit. 10% will go back to you. So I'm looking to connect with you all for this product that's unique, and we have some data. It's with our partnership out of Canada. The Canadian federal government did a 5-year study. It doubled math scores there. And here we have Stanford University that stamped it for emotional intelligence. So thank you for that minute to share. I can give graphics, but I'm looking for you all to help move this product so we can create a revenue share with each of us. Thank you for that minute.
Thank you, brother. And so we're going to have DJ Renegade up right now. Ace Move already went, so he's on a different screen now. So, but DJ Renegade, are you available to go?
Yeah, I can't do the video though because I'm working. I'm doing DoorDash because I need to make some cash, but I can talk.
Yeah, and then after that, KO, you're going to be up next after that.
Yeah. So basically, I'm from New York City. What I can contribute to everybody, if we make like a cloud drive or something, I do remixes sometimes and original production. So, you know, if I have a song I make or whatever, you guys will be able to get it before other people. What I'm looking to get out of the community, I think we could help each other with trends. In other words, like shady promoters, shady clubs. If we notice something going on, something new, something different, I think that that's something we could help each other with.
Awesome, brother. Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah, so KO, you're up next, and after KO is going to be Guatem, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, for sure. You guys hear me? Everybody, we good?
We can hear you.
All right. What's up, you guys? I'm Kayo. Kayo Salako is my, the government name. DJ Heron is what I go by. I've been at this for like 15, 16 years. Worked in some radio, worked in some marketing. I kind of moved around, done a bunch of different shit. 44 years old. Been at this for a while, man. I've opened for a couple of people here and there. Nothing too big, nothing crazy, but I've done my work. I'm at a point where I've moved over to video DJing. I'm kind of doing it renegade style though, you know what I mean? Like I'm pulling rips off of YouTube and you know what I mean, making the audios right and extending my own stuff and doing all types of things to make it work for me. What I want to get out of this group is, a sense of community, because, there's not enough of us to come together in a place that can help each other. So the benefit of being able to bounce information off each other, gather stuff and build your intel is what I'm looking at. I'm also looking to, help anybody that needs it wherever I can. You know what I mean? Like I'm down to listen to everybody and I know what's going on and I'll add my 2 cents in places where I can. And, if I can be helpful, reach out. I'm down to help anybody. And that's pretty much me. There's not too much more to add to it in this space. Salute to all of y'all, because we all know exactly what type of, grind this is. My man is doing DoorDash and he's getting on to get with us, So we all know what this is. So as we build this community, just look out for each other. That's all we can really do. Thanks, y'all.
Appreciate you, brother. We got Guatem up now, and then next, I don't know what your DJ name is right now, but IME staff, you're gonna be up next, all right?
Hey everyone, my name is Gotham. I am new to DJing. It's 2 weeks for me, and I am just learning right now, and I really appreciate Daryl inviting me to this. And all I can say is I'm really impressed with what I've heard, and I don't know how I can contribute. All I can do is learn at this point from all of you, and so I look forward to doing that.
Awesome, brother. We appreciate you being here, man. And IME staff.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, what's up, brother? Go ahead.
Hey, what's up? Sorry, it's my company's Zoom account. I'm the owner of Inventive Media Entertainment, and I'm still trying to become a DJ. I've been trying to become a DJ for the last 25 years. I've done stages to 10,000 to 1. It's been an interesting life, but I would like to see and get to know more about the broadcasting, streaming part of all this. I'm new to OBS. I just came across it the last 3 months.
I just officially opened up my own radio station, Level Up Radio for DJs. I'm tired of hearing and seeing postings everywhere where DJs have to pay to play on some streaming network for some reason. And it's just frustrating trying to develop and create a way for DJs to get paid for streaming. And there's a whole bunch of different things up in the air, but that's what I have to offer. And I need more knowledge on that alone as it is. I come up from being mentored by DJ Johnny Quest, DJ Rectangle. I hang out with a small group of DJs, which is funny, not anywhere around here. They're all on different continents, like DJ Lady Styles, DJ Q&A. So my music has been called eclectic. I don't know what that still means, but people listen. So if anybody ever has any questions about anything, feel free to reach out, let me know. I'm here.
Thank you, brother. So we're going to end it out with DJ Rose, who's going to actually lead us into a conversation. But I see there's someone named User, and I don't know if I missed anyone else before we have Rose introduce herself and lead us into our conversation. I just want to make sure everyone got an opportunity to introduce yourself. So if you haven't, let me know. Got everybody? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, DJ Rose, are you there? And I would love for you to introduce yourself. He's actually one of the advisors of the Club app, and we appreciate the work that you've been doing. He actually is also on the episode of this for this current batch of episodes, so you can check him out, his story on the My DJ Story podcast. But he's going to also lead us into a conversation in regard to community building and how through his experience, he's seen different opportunities in DJing and how we can use relationships to increase everyone's opportunity to succeed in this industry. So I'm going to give you the floor, DJ Rosa, and if you can introduce yourself and we can get the conversation going. So what I want to do, I want to respect everybody's time. So I want to be out of here by like 9:30. So if you guys, I encourage you guys to connect with one another if you want to continue the conversation, but this call is going to end at 9:30, so I can respect everybody's time.
Cool. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you fine.
Okay, cool. Number one, welcome everybody, man. My name is DJ Rose, professionally known as Superstar DJ Rose. I'm a second generation DJ, been in the game for 30 years. I'm one of those guys that started on a Fisher Price, saved my lunch money, buy one 12-inch, save my lunch money next week, buy the double. So I've been doing this for a minute. I've done every kind of DJing you can imagine, from battle DJing to gospel radio to radio DJ to music DJ, program director, tour DJ with Beyonce and Christina Milian. Work with Bad Boy, work with Rowdy, work with Red Zone. I mean, I've been all over the place. Tour the world on my own, every continent except for Africa. So for myself, what I'm bringing to the table, I don't know if D has told you guys, but I actually have a book I've been writing off and on for 10 years called How to Be a $1 Million DJ. The thing about that book actually started off called DJ Incorporated. It was really me kind of, as I was touring, I was just basically interviewing DJ friends of mine. So I had interviews from David Guetta, interviews from Vice, interviews from DJ Jazzy Jeff, a variety of people. As I kept going on and looking at the notes for the book, I was just like people don't want to buy a book that has a bunch of DJ profiles. So in that instance, when I started doing this kind of going through what we had done, and I realized that there was business tips throughout all these success stories. And so that's when it came How to Be a $1 Million DJ, to kind of truncate what I'm talking about. So beginning of last year, I was supposed to go on tour in Korea, first headlining tour in Korea. Then COVID hits them first. Then hits the US. So all of my US dates get canceled. Then it hits Brazil, which was my next country. All of those dates get canceled. So for the first time in history, all DJs are sitting down at the same time. I circle back to the book notes. I realized that this is the time to put the book out because every DJ on the planet for the first time in history was literally having to sit down. So as I went back to start working on finishing the book, I realized that there was actually a class inherent in this book. So what I did is I decided in April of last year to launch a class based upon the How to Be a $1 Million DJ book, and it's called, again, How to Be a $1 Million DJ. It's a 6-week course. What I have discovered over the last, almost doing this for a year, and talking to thousands of DJs around the world who have inquired about the class and about the book, is they were all in kind of similar variations of the same struggle. So what I plan to bring to this organization and this collective is, number one, I'm not going to DJ in a mask, so I retired. I retired in, I think, November. And it was a happy retirement because I'd already been looking at moving out of the space because I don't believe an OG should stand in the way of an upcoming DJ. I just don't believe in that. So at any rate, launching the book and preparing to, well, launching the class and preparing to launch the book has shown me that there's a space for education. Now, I love the fact that the other gentleman was talking about that class that they have in Russell Italy, how to learn how to DJ. So that's not what I do. And I love the fact that he has something like that, and DJ CEO has something like that as well, where they're teaching skills. I teach the other side of it. There's a lot of money to be made from being a DJ. You know, fortunately for me, I was able to pay for Virginia Tech. I was able to pay for grad work at Harvard. I was able to travel around the world, buy houses, buy cars, just because I'm a DJ. Good. And it's not just being a skilled DJ, because I come from the era where you had to be, I'm gonna put it like this, and OGs will understand this. We come from an era where you had to be dope to be known. Now in the era of social media, you can be known and then learn to be dope afterwards. And that, I'm not with it. But at any rate, just to kind of wrap this up, what I bring to the table is basically, if you're trying to learn to expand your business and you don't want to just do the same thing, because here's the mistake that everybody makes. They look at a Jazzy Jeff, they look at a David Guetta, they look at the famous people and they think that I want to do that. And what they miss is that there's a whole bunch of non-famous people out there making a ton of money from smart DJ businesses. That's where I come into play, because I'm a really well-known DJ in the space, but I'm not famous, and I've done really well financially. So at this point, what I want people to do is to actually learn how to create the DJ brands that will have companies like Adidas, who sponsors me, who have Native Instruments, who sponsored me. I was one of the first Beats by Dre DJs, sponsored me. All of that stuff came from Twitter. All of it. Every single one of those things I just talked about came from Twitter. Orderphone. I can go on for days. So anyway, to wrap it up, my thing is to actually stand in the space as a thought leader in this business. And that's not in any kind of vanity way. But really at this point, because I'm not competing against anybody in the space, I want to share the information in regards to how to really make a great living financially in this business. And that's why I'm here. And I think Daryl, man, Daryl and I think I reached out to you, D. I found his app. And I wanted to find some place besides Twitch or IG, because I was in the focus group for IG and Facebook, and I saw how they dissed us. You know, we went in there and we basically begged them to say, yo, you know, we're doing a service for people who are locked in their homes. We're doing a service for you guys. And they basically played us to the left. So when I found D and he was doing something like this, I said, absolutely. So at this point, again, Superstar DJ Rose, whatever you want to call me, that's who I am. And that's what I bring to the table.
Appreciate you, brother. So yeah, I'm gonna have, you know, Rose, you facilitate the conversation. You know, the topic of discussion is community and what we can do in the DJ community to build a real life community where people are helping one another elevate their businesses and succeeding in this thing called DJing. So everyone, I feel free to jump into conversation, be respectful of people that are speaking, but we want to get everyone, you know, to be heard if you care to speak, or if you want to be included in the conversation. So please, you take the floor and you lead the discussion.
Yep. So I want to share something that I've learned over the last year in talking to thousands of DJs. Now, I just want to explain something when I say that. So when I do a paid post on Instagram about the class or the book, DJs that are interested have to send me a DM, then they have to provide their email, which allows me to own my audience. Keep in mind the phrase I just said, I own my audience, because I have their direct consumer email, right? So in order for them to get information about the book or the class, they have to email me. I mean, they give me the email and then I email them. Now, here's what I've learned. Because everybody's not accepted into the program, because I have to make sure, just like this, like we don't use Zoom, we use Samba. So we're all in a class together and we're all in different parts of the world. So a couple of things. I've heard the word community used several times tonight. That is vital, because in this era, now you got to think about us OGs that came up in the era where literally either you had to be mentored by an OG or you had to knock the OG off, right? So I've been in both of those situations where, you know, they didn't see me coming, or I'm just like, yo, I'm DJ so-and-so. They're like, yo, okay, cool, little man, carry my crate. So I've been in both. So here's the thing that I learned is that the value proposition in regards to a community is shared information. Now, when I tell people that I've DJed for Beyonce before she went to the all-girl band, their eyes get wide. And I say, yo, let me explain to you how it happened. It happened because somebody that I knew, who happened to be in a security element in her camp, knew that I was dope. So Beyonce's camp didn't come looking for me. I kept my hands clean and my network open, right? So the reason that I shared that particular story, because that's the name that everybody like really responds to, I'll say, okay, cool. But I wasn't in that camp because they ever came looking for me. Like literally I was in that camp because of who I knew and the way that I treated those relationships. So as we sit here on this call, and as I discuss to my students in my class, you literally have to make sure that you're building bridges. And one of the things that I talk about in the book is I don't burn any bridge. I just may choose to never cross it again. So as we all sit here and we talk about what we bring to the table and what our skill sets are, I think that's fantastic. But be active with that, you know, and being active means, all right, so let me say this real quick. You ever notice, any of you guys, any of the males that are on this call, if you ever follow any IG models, you ever notice that when you follow IG models, if you look at their likes and their comments, it's all a bunch of IG models in the likes and comments? You ever notice that? There's a reason for that. The reason is that they're building each other's networks. It's called borrowing each other's audience. So what happens is, it's a share for share situation. DJs need to be doing the same thing. In my class, I tell the students, okay, you guys know I have a record out right now. I released a record 2 weeks ago today, right? My first record of my career. I tell my students, if I'm not on your feed, I want to know why. I'm gonna be in your DM saying, yo, why haven't you posted my joint? And the reason that I say that is very simple. You have an audience that I may not have. Introduce me to your audience as you release a mixtape. I have an audience that you may not have. You're going to be on my feed. It works for the IG models. And let me tell y'all something, yo. There's people out there on the IG model world that are making $20,000 a month, while DJs who can't play out are scraping to pay the rent. We got to change our mindset. So yes, DJing on Twitch is great. DJing on the Club app is great. IG Live is great. But how are you building out your community and your audience? So I want to open the floor to let's talk about the building out of audiences in the social space. Any input that anyone has, any ideas, let's discuss.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because what I was going to say is, one thing that I like to do, and this is not just for my DJ career, but this is, you know, also to meet people who share my interests, is a lot of times I'll go on a post on social media, and I'll, you know, from my favorite DJ in particular, or sometimes whatever it is, like if it's one of my trans family fans, for example, and I'll comment on that post and I'll introduce myself saying, hey, this is who I am. This is who I love meeting with or connecting with. If you're interested to, you know what I mean? To,
yep.
like what they said, to build the community. Or if I'm scrolling through the comments and I'll notice a comment from somebody that has the personality that I have, but also who is, who I feel like, oh, this person may want to get to know me. I'll hit that reply button and reply to them directly. Say, hey, here's, and so that's how, you know, I've been successfully able to build my community over time. Within the last 6.5 years, I've been doing what I love and whatnot. So yeah.
That's perfect. You know, the key thing is, and again, this is something I share with the students. All right, so let me give you a hypothetical. So I've got one session that I've got people in New Orleans, LA, Miami, DC, Atlanta, and I'm Atlanta based, and 3 people in California. So this is what I tell them to do. Okay, so you're in a class, you're in a virtual class with DJs that are in other areas, right? So this is what you can do to create different energy on your social. Follow each other and reach out to each other and say, yo, I'll drive to whatever city or fly whatever city, yo, can I open for you, right? Now, your audience doesn't know how you got that gig, right? They don't know that you talked to another DJ and say, yo, I'll be willing to do it back to back. I'll open for you, what have you, you know what I mean? Because your ego should really be put to the side. All of this, yo, I'm DJ so-and-so and I need to be the headliner, yo, dead that, right? So you go and you do a back to back, you do an opening set for this person at their venue, right? You do this in 3 or 4 different cities. On your feed, you put down that you're doing a mini tour. Now, again, your audience doesn't have to know how this tour came about. It came about from the people there in the class with you, right? So you do this, you take video, you take footage, and you do, you know, after movies, things of that nature, right? You have a poster for this mini tour. Now, energy begets energy. So here's what happens. Your audience looks and they see that you're moving different, which means they start looking at you differently, right? The more, and here's the thing. Once you hit send, you have no idea whose eyes will eventually hit that post. Case in point, 3 years ago, I get an email from my website from what says the Lee Daniels production company. Literally in the header, it says unnamed Lee Daniels project. Now, if you don't know who Lee Daniels is, he's a director. He actually was the creator of the TV show Empire. So anyway, long story short, they were creating a show based on Atlanta, on a female singing group based on Atlanta. And they were looking for DJs or a DJ to represent Atlanta in an authentic sense for the show. They had never heard me play. Prior to searching for DJs online, they had never heard of me, period. But because of my presence and the way that I handle my branding on my site, they chose me out of all these DJs in Atlanta. And if you live in Atlanta or you've been in Atlanta, you can throw a rock and hit 1 million DJs at one time. It's a gang of us here. But they chose mine based upon the way that my branding was presented online. Now, the reason that I share that story is because, again, I didn't apply for that. That was a debut episode that was seen by 6 million people, right? Now, what do you think I'm going to do with that? I'm going to use that in part of my PR information. Like, all of that stuff came from social. So the one thing that I want to explain to people, and I say this again in the class and in the book, all right, let's say that you have an IG, and IG is your main social port. Well, I'm going to use the CEO. So that's DJ CEO TV. Every single day, it's a reality show that he programs, that he curates. Okay, now if you're doing that, and you're curating that, and you put sandwiches, and you put hookahs, and you put your dog and your kids and all that kind of stuff on that feed, you have to ask yourself every time before you hit send, is this going to bring me back money? Is this something that's going to build my branding financially and expand my bottom line? And if it isn't, put it on a personal Facebook page with your government name. Leave it off your feed. So the reason I'm kind of randomly going and touching different things is because if we're all on this feed, and we're all on this feed based upon social footprints, every last one of us are, then it is high time, no matter if you're an OG or you're just getting started and you have no equipment, it is high time that we be very, very serious about literally programming our branding. It is vital. Because if you literally want to make money, like I know people making $10,000 on Twitch, they're never going to want to go back to the club again. Never. You were making $2,500 a month. Why would you, and you're now making 10,000. Why would you go back to a club? You can tell me I could DJ from my basement at 10,000 a month. Guess where I'm going to stay? So, I don't want to hog all the time, but in regards to literally talking this through with everyone, I think the most important thing about community is that it's multi-layered. And number one, support other DJs. You see that one of us got a mixtape coming out, it should be on your feed, period. And you should tag us on it. Build out your community, because what's on my plate does not take anything off of yours. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna pull back and let's open this thing up a little bit.
Yes, Ross, has anyone created a model or even a system for such way of marketing for Instagram or any social media?
In the book, we have. But the one thing, and I thank you for that question, Chris, because the most important thing is, like, all right, so I coach all of my students in the class for 6 weeks, and then I coach them all one-on-one, as much as they want. The one-on-one coach is unlimited. It doesn't cost you anything. So every single one of those people are directed at different things. They have some people who want to be EDM DJs. They love Marshmello. I have some people who love Jazzy Jeff. So each one of them are coached differently. So the one thing that I would tell you to answer that question in short is that there is no concrete, it depends on who you are as a person, as a DJ, as a personality. For me, I came up idolizing Jam Master Jay. And I told myself that one day, if I became a successful DJ, I was going to try to get an Adidas deal. I literally told myself that, and literally ended up getting one, because every single time that I posted Adidas on my feed, and I did it on purpose, because literally part of my visual branding, I said, I'm gonna wear Adidas every time I play. I would tag Adidas. One day, 2.5 years into that, I get the DM from Adidas, and it was on from there. So the reason that I shared, again, that story is that was something personally that I was aiming for. So for you, Chris, you have to look at your note. You have to get a notebook. You have to write down what you're aiming at, because before you get into any place that you've never driven before, what's the first thing you do? Put the address in the GPS, correct? So if you write down your goals and you say, okay, I'm headed in this direction, literally, if you work with someone like myself, who's literally a coach, because here's the thing, man, mentors aren't mentoring anymore. So with me being shut down from my tours, the great opportunity that I saw was that I'm going to occupy that space, and all of this information, all this experience that I've been able and blessed to have, hell, I'm going to give it away to my students, unlimited. If you're not following my feed, I think he maybe put it on my story, but please follow my feed and you'll see what I mean. I have something called DJ Thought of the Day. I give 3 or 4 times a week. It's straight game stuff that's not in the book, some stuff that's in the book, but it's literally to build out the community from an educational standpoint. Again, I don't teach you how to skill-wise, it's none of my business, but in regards down to the business aspect of it, is there a concrete way to do it? Just linear and everybody does the same thing? No. But can you be coached to actually have your own programming as Chris Disc TV? 100%.
Got a question. I appreciate it, Rose. Is it significant for following on a platform, like you get a notification that someone followed you? Is it significant to building my audience if I'm following every person, you know, is that I get the notification that was following me. Is that also significant to building my audience?
100%. You know, this whole follower balance ratio thing is bullshit. You know, when it comes down to it, if somebody has given the interest to literally say, you know what, I want to check them out in return. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing that's been most interesting to me as someone who's just now putting out his first records. You know, number one, I'm an analytical guy, so I follow the data every single day. If you follow my feed, you literally see when I posted my first record, a Christmas record in Christmas, I have 0 monthly followers. And then each time I post that. And here's the reason that I share that. What's been fascinating to me, Johnny, is that the people who don't know me personally support me the most. The people who know me and see my ascension, so I'm not in the same pool as them and they see me kind of moving in a different direction, they watch, but they won't hit that like for shit. So the reason that I share that is that if a person took the time to be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I like you and I'm gonna check, I'm interested in you, you better like them right back, yo. Absolutely.
Ross,
real quick, not to interrupt everybody, I got to jet off the call, but everything, everybody, thanks, man. Thanks for the love. Thanks for all the knowledge and stuff. And I'm gonna follow everything. Sorry for the interruption, man. Y'all guys have a blessed night. All right, I'm gonna follow and bye.
All right, we're good, bro. You were saying something, Ross, and I kind of wanted to just to piggyback on it, because when you guys think about it, like we're in this virtual space now, where like every DJ is going live somewhere, Twitch, IG, whatever. Another way to kind of build your following and extend your community is just literally by showing up, not just on the post, right? But when I didn't think this would happen, but it happens, right? So D-Nice, who has just, if there's anybody who deserves everything he's getting right now, is D-Nice, right? He's been in the game since he was like 16. And you know, he's like 50 now, right? And the world thinks he's just become the greatest, like this new DJ, and it's like, nah, that's not the case, right? But I've known D for almost a decade. When I go into D's room and he's live, yo, D, what up? And Instagram has algorithms now where when you have like 10,000 people in your room, all the comments that are typed don't show up. They don't all show up. Only specific ones show up. And I go in and I'm like, yo, D, what up? And he's like, yo, shout out to my man CEO. And I stay on his live for about like 30, 45 minutes. When I get off his live, I got 10 new followers. Other DJs that I know, I do this, I hop on their joint, and the love that we all get is like somebody jumps on mine, and I'm like, oh, yo, what up? You know, what up, yo, Diamond D's in here, Super Jam's here, yo, follow Super Jam, follow Diamond D, like, yo, they get busy. Like my followers trust in me enough that if I say go follow them, they're gonna go follow them. So it's important that you like, I call it live hopping, just like club hopping. Like, if I'm not DJing, I see who's live, I hop in, I give everybody at least 10, 15 minutes of my time. You know what I'm saying? I can't be in there all night. You know, I'm married, I got things in there, but you know, I give everybody like 10, 15 minutes of my time, and it's like, you know, they appreciate it and they reciprocate the love, whether it just be a shout out, and that goes a long way. And then when people come on my live, it's the same thing. Like, yo, whatever. And then that, you know, that builds because, you know, the respect has come back to us, to the DJs, to a degree. People really understand that we serve a purpose here and people want more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ross, you're not going live every day. Diamond D, you're not going live every day. I'm not going live every day. People are looking for DJs to entertain them. So if you get to put another DJ on, like you said, you're never going to lose a fan, but everybody else can gain more fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Look, there's 7.5 billion people on the face of the earth. You know, why would you compete? Like, we're in a different era, man. Like, the whole thing of like, yo, I want to be the man and you can't eat because I'm eating is dead. You know, this is a big planet. And the great thing about the piggyback on the D thing, you know, I've known D for a minute too. D literally, you got to think, man, the value proposition of when that first time that he broke the algorithm and he went 160,000, it wasn't the fact that he was that skilled as a DJ. That wasn't it. If you check the comments, you had Bernie Sanders, Michelle Obama, you know, Barack Obama, all these different people. It was like a huge VIP and you were in it too. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, all right, I want to share something with y'all real quick. I've only gone live one time since the pandemic, and it was for charity. One time, because I am a energy god. I need a crowd, right? One thing about me is I know my brand very, very, very well. So if it's not a crowd in front of me, and I'm not talking about a virtual crowd, if it's not a crowd in front of me, I'm not interested. It's not for me. That's not me hating on it or thinking it's whack. I think it's fantastic, but it's not for me. What I have done to go live is stuff like this, where I'm giving game. And to CEO's point, people will pop in, be like, yo, Roast is live, and then they'll share the page or something like that, and DJ communities are being built. And the reason that I share that is because I have made a decision on the space that I am going to occupy as Roast. Now, anybody else that wants to do whatever they want to do, that's cool. But the key thing is you got to remember, in your notebook, keep one with me at all times. In your notebook, write down who you want to be and what target you're aiming at. My students, the greatest problem that I have with them is they want to do what every fucking body else is doing. Mr. Me Too. All right, cool. So you pop up, you got three people watching you, and 2 of them are related to you. Help me understand the value in that. Right? You didn't advertise you're going to open, you don't have a logo, but yet here you are with 3 people, 2 of them related to you, and you think that that's helping your brand. You look crazy, right? So at the end of the day, have a plan. Don't just follow, don't swim in a school of fish. I love what Diamond said, man. Diamond is putting out his own records and he's figuring this part of it out. That's an honest internal assessment. Every last person on this call should be doing exactly the same thing.
You know, real quick, a lot of people here have a lot of really good information to share, and this space is really good for that. I don't know if you guys heard about this Clubhouse app, but you have to be invited and all that shit, and it's only on Apple right now. But you know, I've been invited into it, and we get to create a room. I haven't done it yet because I haven't even thought of an idea, but like, I can invite 5 people right now and create a room, and you guys each in turn get a couple invites and get this whole thing on the Clubhouse, and that entertains all kinds of other people to come from all over the world, and people with all this good information to share can share it in a space, and you can tune in anytime. You have a certain amount of administrators that can start it up, and anytime of the day, it'll come in as a notification. You click in, you can just listen in, or the administrators can like click on people to have them speak as well and stuff like that. And I think this would just be a good way to just build this whole thing. So I'll talk more about that, Daryl, and everything, and after the fact. So yeah, I just wanted to.
I got a room in to Clubhouse live streaming DJs. It's going to probably launch next week. I was just talking with the admin over there. I'm trying to do exactly that to bring together people so we help out how we set up our streams, technical talks, etc.
Yeah, I was thinking that one, but after sitting out of this today, I think this would be just a perfect group or something like that, because it's not out there. They don't have one in that aspect, and they don't have this shit yet. You know what I'm saying? At all.
I was going to say that earlier. Also, I was thinking about that too.
So yeah, Daryl, I'll hit you up and we'll get it going.
Let's do it.
Excuse me, I had a quick. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I was just gonna pretty much make some closing statements before we close out. So let me say that, and then we can kind of close it out. But thank you, everyone. This has been an amazing conversation. You know, we're gonna do these calls monthly. So every first Monday of the month, I'll be dropping the next batch of DJ stories on the podcast, and then the Sunday, the day before that launch, we're gonna be having this monthly talk. So I'd love for you to come back. It's gonna be April 4th. And what we're going to have is DJ Brown Boy. He's going to be the opening DJ, just like we had Krate Digga open this time. And then DJ CEO is going to lead the conversation, just like DJ Rose led it this time. So it's going to be the same format, opening DJ and a conversation leading DJ every month. And that coincides with the launch of the new batch of people on the podcast. So thank you guys. This has been amazing. Also want to let you guys know that we have new partnerships that I've gotten through my work with the club. And we are opening up opportunities for paid gigs. So I have a text line that I want you guys to text. You can do it now or you can do it whenever, but text 609-201-1027 and text the word "I'm in," the phrase "I'm in." And that's how you get text notifications of the opportunities that my corporate sponsorships are sending me, and I want to send out to you guys. And every time I get gigs, paid gig opportunities, I'll send it out to those, respond to me, and then we'll be able to see who can match up with those opportunities. And in the more, like right now, it might be a little slow in regard to how many, but as I get more partners into this kind of network, there's gonna be more opportunities coming through that community line. So you have to text that if you want to get access to these opportunities. That's the most efficient way that I can send them out. So I'm gonna say 609-201-1027. And that's all I have. So I appreciate all you guys. I want to respect your times. I want to close this out right now, but please connect with other people on this call. Network. Don't just wait for this call to be able to talk to them again. Talk to them on your own. Build relationships, like DJ Rose said, like other people have said. It's all about community. It's all about connecting and networking and supporting one another. But that's it. That's how I want to tuck your ears off. This was great. And I appreciate every last one of you guys. And I'll see you next month, April 4th.
All right, yeah, guys, be good, man. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you, thank you,
Daryl. Thanks a lot,
Daryl. You're the man.
Thank you.
This is incredible, man.
Appreciate y'all.
This is so incredible.